Hi, this is Wayne from Inkish at OPS 2025. I'm here with Annegret Bo for You and Your Customers. We've just listened to a really interesting presentation. Annegret is part of the customer experience, and you were talking about PSPs, their websites, their customer experiences, something that I've thought for a long, long time. Every PSP has a page with equipment where they got lovely pictures of their presses, their finishing equipment. Their customers are not interested. Give us your perception on PSPs and their customer experience.
Now look, when you come on a website of the like that is out there, they somehow all look the same, right?
Yeah.
So you have this long list of these products indeed that you can choose from, but that is not the way that people are thinking. So if we look into how are people thinking that want to purchase a print product, they have a completely different model that they are going through. They just have a clear idea often. And then you first need to navigate through this mass of choice, right? So there is a certain clash happening in communicating all the product information, the machine information, the technical knowledge that is out there, and somewhat also expecting from the person that is coming onto the shop to also have that understanding.
Yeah,
and
because they're not printers.
Correct, they are not printers,
They
are
don't
not
know.
print experts.
No.
They don't know, they don't want to know.
No. And I had it quite recently. My son's getting married. And he said to me, Dad, you're in the print, you know, we need invites. We'd like to do a photo book and that kind of thing. He said, can you help me? So I said, yeah. I said, there's quite a few companies that I know. I said, go on their website, have a look, see what you think, let me know. Well, he phoned me back in 2 hours. He said, Dad, I'm not a printer. I don't understand any of this. And this is your point.
Yes, correctly.
I mean, how can PSPs develop that? I know customer experience you was talking about, and I know that's what your business does. But they should be looking at their customers, asking their customers a different range of questions, is what you were saying. So what do PSPs need to do first and foremost?
Talk with their customers. No, I think it's as simple as that. Go out there, talk with your customers, have a real conversation, not about the current relationship maybe, not about what you can sell them next, not about what is your next product range. Don't just show them what you have to offer, but go and dive into their world. Go and follow them, go shadow them, go speak with them, go understand what is driving them, go understand in what situation do they even want to buy something. Right? Understanding that world is the first step.
Yes. And understanding that they don't understand, they don't know print.
That's even before that. That's good. That's
exactly.
Even step zero.
Format, finishing. You know, they don't get that. I mean, there are obviously designers that have got specific specs, and they may want something that's a little bit more technical, but maybe give them those channels. You know, print expert, print novice, maybe. Is that something that you think they should look at?
That's indeed. So what you're now mentioning is to separate the idea of the customer into different groups. So we're talking a lot of times, we're talking very abstract about the customer. But the customer is not the customer. There's people behind it. And even if it's an organization, there's people working in an organization. And each of them is in a different category in a sense. So you maybe have those that are not even customers yet. You have those that are customers, but they didn't buy for really long. And then indeed you have different levels of knowledge or experience with printing. So you need to catch those people in different ways. And they have different drivers. And that's not to be underestimated. They have motivations. Right? So if you reach a younger person, the chances is higher that they think about sustainability and the globe and how we sustain life. If you meet an older person, they might not want to spend a lot of time online, so they might prefer to call a person actually. And now this is stereotyping in a bit, right?
No,
but there is different motivations behind that. So it's good to understand the different motivations and see how can we reach people with those motivations.
So I guess you said in your talk that, you know, quality, cheap, fast.
That's standard.
That's print, isn't it?
Stop saying that on your homepage. I'm sorry, but like if everyone says that, it's a commodity. So then when you are searching, as a person that is searching, and you go on all these websites, you find the same promises. It makes it really hard for you to choose. So start carving out what makes you unique. Start carving out and bringing that to the outside, to the surface of your organization. Show that to the outside world. And maybe that is a different messaging. Maybe that is to be present on different channels. Maybe that is to have multiple shops even, right? There is doesn't have to be one.
I mean, it sounds pretty straightforward, doesn't it? When I was sat there listening to your presentation, you think, well, Yes, that is, understand your customers, but we don't. We don't.
That's the hard reality often, I think. So when I go into organizations and I'm working a lot with manufacturers, there's often the big claim we're customer centric. But that often comes out of the idea, yes, we are selling to customer, but that's where customer centricity often starts and ends.
Yes,
so it's just sort of a slogan. And the hard work of being customer centric is not there. Because if you go and talk with the people in the organization and you ask, now, who of you is responsible for the customer? That's often, in the best case scenario, the marketing or the sales department or the support service. Those are mentioned. And the rest is sort of excused. They don't need to deal with it, but that's not okay. That's not good, because you're missing the potential to connect everyone around the customer. It's a unifying, it's a connecting element also for everyone.
It is. I mean, it's absolutely fascinating. As I say, something that I've been thinking for a long time, but, you kind of get in that circle. And you were saying, obviously building the trust of the customers is very important, because then they come back.
Correct.
It's pretty basic when you think about it.
Actually pretty basic. But it's also supernatural that an organization keeps themselves busy with themselves. So let's also put this into the picture, right? Because we are busy with our own environment. So if this is where I, as an employee, spend 100% of my time, and I only talk with people that do the same thing at the machine or in the office rooms around it, then that's where I spend 100% of my time. But if I start going out there, and not just the sales department, but if everyone starts to go out there and have direct conversations with a customer, and maybe this sounds like a dream world, but I know customers of mine that are doing that now, and it's highly effective because everyone gets closer to the needs and everybody can start serving differently.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely amazing, and we can learn a lot from you. Thank you for your presentation today.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for the interview. Very nice to meet you.
Thank you, great to meet you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.